Hello my viewers, if you're interested in buying a helmet like this, or maybe a life-size one, you can go over there and shop at greenguy.com. They have NCAA teams, they have NFL teams, they have all your favorite teams. They even have the teams that you don't like the Bengals, Browns, and Ravens. I don't know why anybody buy that, but they have that too if you want to buy it. So go over there and use my promo code PITSIN and go and shop some of your favorite football helmets now. Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. The AFC North race. The Ravens and Steelers are tied at 6-5. They'll play in 2 weeks. It's going to be a crazy game. So hopefully the Steelers can find a way to bounce back. I know Mason Rudolph was playing. Rodgers played that game. We did not lose that game. I don't think Rodgers made the mistakes later in the game like that Mason made. Missed throws, missed opportunities, of course. I feel like we had some guys on the field. Like Roman Wilson had a step on a guy a few times. DK Metcalf had a step on a guy a few times. And the ball was either overthrown or it was underthrown like that. You're like, dang, you give a guy a chance a little bit. But I think the Steelers can bounce back and get a victory. You got to play the Bills next, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens, of course. In that game, of course, we probably going to definitely be the underdogs in that game as well. But we got to find a way to bounce back. I just hope we can get more consistent. We're always inconsistent. We'll win a game, then we'll lose one. Like we beat the Colts, big time win, then we lose to the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. Then we beat the Bengals like that. Big division win for us, and then we lose, of course, to the Bears. Now, luckily, this is an NFC loss, so it won't affect you as much, but you definitely want to go out there and handle business, of course, as well. So if you can win against the Bills, be 7-5. Most likely the Ravens might be 7-5 with you. I'm hoping the Bengals can pull it off on Thursday. You know, I hate to say it, but I hope the Bengals can pull off a victory on Thursday. You know, we're playing against the Ravens on Thanksgiving. Hope to have some magic by Joe Flacco. Like try to get something done, of course, but most likely they probably won't. But most likely, hopefully both teams, Steelers and Ravens, will probably be 7-5. If we can beat the Bills, that'd be great. We both be 7-5. Entering that game against each other, and we'll see what happens, because you winner of that game gonna have a little advantage, and then you have to play again later in the season. And like I mentioned before the season started, I said my prediction was Steelers win the division last game of the season. You know, we play against the Ravens and win the division. I did have a fantasy booking. I said what if the Steelers win the first game against the Ravens, then they lose the last game, which they lose the division, but they beat the Ravens in the playoffs. Like that, and then they go on to the Super Bowl to win. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool storyline, but Super Bowl is a little far-fetched. But I think the Steelers could definitely, my original one was it come down to the last game. Both teams sitting at 11-5. Well, now both teams got five. Yeah, both teams got 5 losses right now. So both teams sitting around 11-5. I said the winner of that game like that go improve to 12-5, and the loser get to 11-6 and make the playoffs, but lose the division. That was our prediction at the end of the before the season started. But now both teams got 5 losses. I think both teams might lose at least once again. So it might be opposite. It might be both teams are sitting at 11-6. I mean, are sitting at not 11-6, 10-6. Both teams are sitting at 10-6 at the end of the season, and then one team who won the first matchup will be contending to see if they can try to tie it up and get the better record, and we'll see who comes out on top at 11-6 to win the division. I think 11-6 could win the division. 10-7 might could win the division, depending on what happens, because the Steelers got to play the Lions still as well. We got to play the Bills, of course, Ravens twice, and then you got the Browns as well, and then you got the Dolphins. The Ravens have to play the Patriots, the Steelers twice as well, and they got to play the Packers too. So both teams got to play some tough teams. So you might can win a division with 10 wins. It might be 9 wins. You never know like that, depending on what things go. But I just hope we win the division. I'm tired of us playing on the road in the playoffs. Can we at least get a playoff home game? I know last time we had a home game, playoffs against the Browns didn't go too well, but that was last time. It was a while ago. We can at least get a home game. Like handle business, get a home game. So hopefully the Steelers can bounce back and get the victory. We did see, of course, the Bengals lose to the Patriots. They did have the lead. It was 10-0 at first, and then they blew the lead, and then Patriots got the lead through Joe Flacco through a pick 6 and stuff. Back-to-back weeks with a pick 6. And yeah, they lost that game. And then Shedeur Sanders, the first Browns quarterback since 1995 to get a win in their first start as a Brown. Like that, you know, he played pretty solid in that game. Some big throws, the 30-yard throw, then a 58-yard pass. He rolled to his right, threw over the top. That was a nice play too as well. He played pretty solid. He scored his first touchdown too. It was a screen pass, of course. The running back Simpson, they got some wheels on him. He did all the work, but it still counts as your first career touchdown pass. But one thing I liked about him is he pushed the ball down the field. He took chances down the field and got things going. But the Browns still has a lack of receivers in the receiving core, of course. That's why Joe Flacco couldn't get anything done, or anybody else can get anything done fully. But Shedeur Sanders did a good job, I think. So the Browns will see if they build upon that a little bit and see how things kind of go. But yeah, that's kind of the AFC North for this week right here. Let me know down below what you guys think about the AFC North and everything that's going on. And I'll see you guys probably later this week. I'm making this video on Sunday, so I'll probably see you. You probably see this on Monday, and I'll probably see you guys probably on Wednesday or something. I'll see the injury report. It said Aaron Rodgers is expected to play, so that's good. He'll be back for a big game against Buffalo. It's an AFC opponent. We need him back for this game. They didn't want to risk it. This past game right here, they're like, because if you win this game, we won this game, but good. But if you lose the game, you're like, okay, it's an NFC loss. It's not gonna affect you too much. We need to make sure he's healthy for that Bills and that Ravens game, because those are two very important games. They'll decide some playoff stuff. Because you beat the Bills, you actually put yourself in the wild card spot, because you'd be 7-5, and the Bills, I believe they're 7-4 if I'm not mistaken, right? So you put yourselves in a wild card spot right there as well, jumping ahead of the Bills like that. So even if you do had messed up with the playoff, you still have yourself in the playoff picture. So this game is important, and the next game is important as well. It's the Ravens division game, so you need to make sure you have all your guys ready. We'll see everybody back. Hopefully Alex Highsmith is ready to come back too. Herbig, Highsmith, Wyatt, all our guys is ready, and hopefully Asante Samuel is able to play, because Echols is getting cooked. I need James Pierre to move it inside. I know James Pierre got banged up a little bit. He shot a flop, and he hurt himself on the flop, I think. But if James Pierre got moved to the inside to play man coverage in the slot, he can do that solidly. But we need Asante Samuel to be back to play on the outside of JPJ on the opposite of him, because Brandon Echols cannot play in that middle. He was getting cooked the whole entire game. So hopefully they fix that and we get things back on track. But that's all I have for today's video. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.